Whew. Welcome to Game Tato, and this is the second state of gaming. Cheers. We're gonna be talking about a lot of interesting stuff, like where the Nintendo Switch is at, where the Xbox One, where PC gaming is, where the PlayStation 4 is, movies, technology. We're covering the whole shebang right here. We're gonna do it all. I'm sweating balls. Like really, I need this drink right now. And by the way, I wanted this State of Gaming 2 to be very informal, because it's been rough these past couple weeks, and I want to keep a relationship with the audience that I don't feel a lot of other people really care. I think they're in it to make money or whatever, but I want to change the way people think about gaming. I want to be something a little more. I want to be like Colin Moriarty. I want to have discussions where I challenge people, and maybe I offend some people, but maybe that's what it takes to be honest and genuine sometimes, because not everybody can like you. It's not gonna happen. You gotta love yourself and, let chips fall where they may. That's what Game Tato's all about, and that's what it's always been about, being honest and genuine. So let's start off with something really positive. Let's talk about the Nintendo Switch. I just saw the latest Nintendo Direct, and I was very, very, very impressed. I'm glad Nintendo got out before the Tokyo Game Show, because I feel like all the hype now is focused on Nintendo. Like Sony or Microsoft, I don't even know if Microsoft is really going to have a large presence at the Tokyo Game Show, because nobody in Japan gives a shit about Microsoft. So I think this show is going to be mostly about Sony's presentation and Sony's presence, because I don't feel like Nintendo's gonna have a large presence. But this Nintendo Direct had a lot of great stuff to really show support for the Nintendo 3DS. I was very impressed. I just picked up, I pre-ordered it, I should have picked it up already, the new Samus 2 remake on 3DS. But that's not the end of it. They got a new Mario Party. Man, I can't believe I'm just drawing a blank on the other games, because I really just care about the Mario Party. What else is coming? I don't know. I guess it wasn't that big of news then if I forgot. But the Nintendo Switch presentation, at the end, I'll skip right to it. Mario Odyssey looked incredible, and seeing the new Ice World, and just the effects, and also the new, I don't know if they showed it before, but they had the sparkling ocean or lake, whatever that new area is. And the graphics just keep looking more polished. In addition to that, we finally got news that Bethesda is going to heavily support the Nintendo Switch, and Rockstar is starting to also support the Switch. Because, I've heard a lot of podcasts and YouTube presentations this week, and a lot of people are talking about how we're finally getting a next gen game with Wolfenstein 2: A New Colossus. And I never thought that was going to come out. That's kind of amazing that these new engines are so scalable that even on a portable device, we're finally getting true next-gen experiences. And this is indicative of the new Nintendo Switch infrastructure of just giving gamers what they want. I feel like Nintendo's finally gonna listen and finally gonna hit the next level. Nintendo should be number one. They really should be. It's just when you drop the ball so many times, somebody had to pick it up. And Sony and Microsoft ran with it. I mean, Microsoft ran with it really good, but they've been fumbling the ball lately, which kind of sucks. But PlayStation 4 is going to have a huge presence at the Tokyo Game Show. I have a feeling we're going to get those Japanese exclusives that we've been dying to see. I think we're going to get a longer piece of footage of Final Fantasy VII, because they've been hiring a lot of new people. I have a feeling they're going to really surprise us and show us the new battle system, as well as some twists maybe to the original story, or something that we're not expecting. But I feel like Square Enix is going to have a large presence, and I feel like Sega's going to have a large presence with their purchase of Atlas. We're going to start seeing a lot of really good Sega games, and Sega's back, baby. Sega is back. We might not be able to get hardware from them ever again, but we're seriously gonna start seeing the rise of Sega. with the rise of Yakuza and all these open world games that are truly breaking the mold, Sega's back. They're really gonna do it. Whew, man, it's hot. It's so hot, I'm sweating. Oh man, look at myself on the monitor right now. I'm dying. Now, should we jump on a tangent? No. I mean, we talked a little bit about where Sony's at, and I don't know if they're necessarily gonna... what's the big drop from Sony? I really want a lot of VR presentations. I'm contemplating buying the second headset. I already got the second Farpoint gun. I want that 2-player VR game that's mind-blowing. What do I want? I wonder what I want from VR. Let's see. I want a VR Half-Life 2 package on PlayStation 4. Let's give us episode 1, 2, and the 3 we never got. A full Half-Life 2. Let's get actually, you know what? Screw that. Let's get an orange box for PlayStation 4 with full VR support. That's what I want. That would really change the state of gaming. That would be a big move for somebody if they could do that. Because right now, with the way the chips are falling, Microsoft is going to stay very tight-lipped about all software releases until early first quarter 2018. That's when I feel like Microsoft is going to really try to mow down all competition with the Xbox One X. But it's been a little late, and see, I don't know though. Because like Apple just announced the Apple TV, and you look at that and you're like, that's a piece of shit. I'd rather buy an Xbox One S just for the multimedia functionality. So like, even though I feel like the Xbox One X is dead as a gaming console, maybe like the Xbox One S is the Trojan horse to get people to get back into the Xbox ecosystem for multimedia and then realize that it's a gaming console and start playing games. I think Xbox is actually in an interesting position from the way that they put themselves in third place and their multimedia angle. So we'll see. I feel like they can get people that don't play games to buy an Xbox, especially with the weak presentation from Apple. And let's talk about now, because I'm jumping all around, baby. Let's talk about the iPhone X, because I think that's a turd. I just got the Note 8 yesterday, and that is the best phone I've ever used. The way you can open up 2 windows with ease. And that's not really something that's new, but the power and the speed and fidelity that this phone operates at is unbelievable. And for me as an artist, it's amazing now how you can draw and animate and really use this to produce high quality 4K fidelity art on the go. This is like the Surface Pro laptop, but in a tiny package that is the Note 8 with the Smart Pen. This is everything you've ever wanted. If there wasn't something that worked quite right with the previous model phone, it's all been corrected with the Note 8. Even when I charge the phone, it runs cool. Like, my S7 was hot when I charged it, and now the Note 8, icy cool. Like, I have no reason to think that this phone's gonna explode in my pocket. It runs ice cold, even if I'm using demanding tasks for it. I mean, this new processor is over 2 gigahertz, and it's a quad core with 6 gigs of RAM. The camera shoots raw 4K. That was from a Samsung representative at the store who told me that, because I didn't think this camera could do raw 4K. I hope that's true and the Samsung representative wasn't lying to me, because that's a huge deal. Like, I'm gonna start posting a lot more 4K, and they're gonna send me a 4K 360 camera, so I'm gonna start having a lot of 360 videos up so people can look anywhere when they're watching future Game Tato videos. It's gonna be tremendous for the future. It really is. And I don't think iPhones have the power. I don't care how efficient your system is. When somebody's got a bazooka, they got a Hummer, they got a Ferrari, they got all of this power built into their chipsets. Samsung is murdering the competition right now. Like, this is the best phone I've ever used. Like, at work, all we do is take pictures, we Photoshop them on the go, and we make fun of people. Like, we got this guy Dave Allen at work. We took a picture of him sitting down in his chair, and we put him in a Dick Game of Thrones chair, and it looks real. Like, I mean, we just got amazing. I'm gonna start posting a lot of these work photos of these guys, because the level of skill by the electricians at my job of their Photoshop ability, I don't know how they put people in strip clubs when they're not there and they get the lighting right. They'll take a picture of you when you're like installing some pipe and then put you in a strip club and have you riding a pole. I mean, the type of creativity that you can have now with the Note 8 and the quality of the camera and the lighting. I took a picture of the sun in this camera and it was like almost blinding me off the screen. It was so good, the fidelity. And this camera is at 3K resolution. 3K. Like the iPhone is running at 2300K. And that's the iPhone X that's running at 2300K. That's bullshit. What are you doing? And then you're giving me these animated face things, like that's your new thing, or face tracking to open up the phone. Now my girlfriend's gonna hate me or something and get mad at me, and then just hold my phone, aim it at my face, and then go through all my messages and realize that I'm a good guy and I ain't doing shit. But, you know, I don't know. I just really don't like the iPhone. It's all gimmicks. Don't give me gimmicks. Give me tools that I can use to live a better life and do things more efficiently. And make it all look sexy while you're doing it. And that's what the Note 8 does. It's an amazing phone, an amazing piece of technology. It really is. And I'm so impressed. Where Apple's just let me down. I don't know what Apple's trying to sell. I just think it's hype. I think they're trying to sell all the Kim Kardashian and all the Jenner wannabes or something. Because I don't get it. Like, can people think for themselves nowadays? Or are they just gonna be... I don't know. Oh, sorry for that noise. I was dropping the mic right there. But are people gonna be what they're told to be? Or are people gonna start learning to love themselves and be who they want to be and make all their dreams come true? Or are you gonna buy an iPhone X and be a bitch? Seriously. Like, man. Waste your $1,000 or your $1,150 if you buy their memory package because it doesn't come with expandable memory like my Note 8 does. I can put a 256 gig card in this phone. Sorry guys, and that's why I haven't been putting out videos this whole week, because I've been sick as a dog. I've had pneumonia and my lungs are still kind of full of liquid. Sorry about that. But who's gonna buy this phone? You can't even expand the memory and they're gonna charge you $1,150? I'm sorry, I think iPhone's dead. Without Steve Jobs actually giving them creative ideas to actually give people tools to change their lives and make it better. Like, they're just giving people gimmicks now for the Kardashians and the Jenners. Is that who this phone is for? Some fake ass mofos that are just on Instagram all day? Fuck that. I don't give a shit about the iPhone X. Just like I don't give a shit really about the Xbox One X. Cause, I don't know, it's a fake gaming console. It might as well be a media box. And then Microsoft is spitting in all of our faces by giving us a $500 system. I would buy an Xbox One X tomorrow if it was $399. But it's $499. So Microsoft, I know I've said this before, eat my balls. You can eat my whole balls. I'm gonna pour shampoo and conditioner all over them, and you can eat all that soap off and get them sparkly clean and moist. Because Microsoft, you ain't bringing it. Maybe in 2018 you got some hopes of bringing it, but until then, eat my balls. Because Sony's about to rock you at the Tokyo Game Show. Now, is this the state of gaming? We're also going to have a lot more RGB projects. I'm not the best solderer, but luckily at work, I work with many experts who are pro solderers, and I think they would love to show you how to solder, you know, like an expert in the movie industry would. So I want to get a lot more videos. We're going to show you how to make your own SNES video amplification chip, and we're going to restore the S video and the RGB soon. And I'm begging my buddy Dave right now to get in the video too, because this dude could be a stand-up comedian. He's the funniest dude in the world. I got an Elvis picture. I'll probably post of this mofo somewhere around here or somewhere. I can't even see because I'm looking at the camera so hard. But times are good for Game Tato, and times are good for video games. I'm still playing Rocket League the most. It's my #1 game. I've been missing Counter-Strike though. I've really been thinking about blasting domes. Because I used to be Cal-I back when I was 18, 12 years ago. And I played Counter-Strike heavily till I was like 21. And I haven't played for like 9 years. Like a little bit on and off just for a hobby. But every time I go back into Counter-Strike and seeing the state of gaming where it's at today and the whole gambling fiascos and how big Counter-Strike's become, I would love to get on some amazing. You see my Astro A40s? I mean, that's a pretty good gaming headset. My echolocation is so good, I will kill you through the double doors in Dust 2. Dust 1. I will murder your face. If you're close to me in jungle, I will flashbang you and shank your face. I will smoke you. I will shoot you through that shit with the op. I will murder your face. Like, I love Counter-Strike. Global Offensive. Here we go coughing again. Shit, goddammit. So, I think we're gonna call it short right now. Because I think that's okay for the state of gaming. Actually, let's do a little recap. Because I don't want to end this without being certain right now. Let's have like a scoreboard to end all these new state of gamings. And this new scoreboard is going to say who's on top at the end. Because right now, Nintendo's on top. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how they had this comeback. But the Nintendo Switch, the NES Classic, the Super NES Classic, the 3DS family are all doing great. They all have great new releases coming out for them through many different game makers and developers. Ideas are running crazy right now. I'm seeing new innovative ideas like that first-person shooter where your teammates can make certain pieces of you bigger or smaller, and then based on the size of your body, you're able to jump higher or move quicker or have a better grappling ability or take more shots. I mean, these are really interesting game mechanics, and it seems like people are really trying to develop new interesting ideas for the Nintendo Switch. So they're freaking number one. Sorry to be stuttering Stanley though. But number 2 is gonna be Microsoft. Just kidding. Ha! It's gonna be PlayStation. Sony's kicking ass, they're taking names. I think the PlayStation 4 will go on, especially if they have another price drop to get at $199 later this year. They're gonna go on to sell 100 million units. And they're not even gonna need a 4K Blu-ray drive to do it. Damn. That means that video games are what's selling the PlayStation 4 ecosystem. And for that alone, I commend Sony for having the balls to stick with one thing and do it better than almost everybody else. Because this whole generation, Sony's been kicking Nintendo's ass and Microsoft's ass. The only real competitor is PC gaming, because Sony can't make a PlayStation that costs $1,200 to $24 and expect people to want to buy it. It would just be asinine. It really would be. Unless they make a laptop that has a PlayStation 4 in it, and then that would be pretty dope. But, you know, I don't think Sony's ever gonna take a risk and actually do that, because that would be too damn cool. It really would. So Microsoft, you really need to bring it in 2018, because right now with the current state of gaming, it's really bad for you. You need some games, and you need them quick, and your third-party support on Xbox One X ain't bringing it, because there's too many other platforms with the same games, and you're not really giving people a reason to want to spend $4.99 on Xbox One X. It ain't happening. So get out of here. Really. And then Apple's messing up. Samsung's killing it in the phone market. They're just murdering it. Apple, you really need to change your game and really come out with the iPhone 11 already and make it as good as a Note 8. Or better than a Note 8, hopefully. So this is Dustin the Grinch signing out. This is the state of mother freaking gaming for September 16th. And I hope you dig it, dogs. I wish more women watched the channel, but women apparently don't like video games. Who knew? Who knew? I didn't know. Who knew women didn't like games? Surprise to me. But this is Dustin the Grinch signing out with mother freaking game Tato. Have a good one. I'm gonna try to be working on videos all day today, going buck nasty, cause I don't got nothing else to do but share my time with you. So peace, have a good one, and come right back to Game Tano. Game motherfreaking Tato as soon as you can. Peace.